Welcome, and this is your host, Dub FFG, coming to you with another episode of the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. Today, we're going to cover the top 5 fantasy defenses for 2021. Let's get it. First, we have the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are coming into this season with a load of talent on defense. And plus, you got to factor in their offense with Mayfield, Chubbs, and Hunt, and with their receiving core. So they're actually going to be a complete team from offense and defense. So you're looking at, with this particular defense, you're looking at Myles Garrett, Mack Wilson, Denzel Ward, and Harrison. Those are the 4 that are going to cover the basis for the Cleveland Browns. They're in the AFC North and they're AFC strong. I look for them to actually compete with the Ravens as far as being the divisional champs. I don't look for the Steelers to do much this year, and definitely don't look for the Bengals to be in contention. So these Cleveland Browns are going to be AFC North strong with Garrett, Wilson, Ward, and Harrison. Let's continue. Next up are those Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. You may say it may be too early, but you have to remember the Cowboys are only 1 year removed from being just outside of the top 10 as far as defensive stats. So with this new core, Dan Quinn as a new defensive coordinator, and the defense seems hungry. And with the new guy, Michael Parsons, rumble, young man, rumble. These guys are aggressive and they're hungry. They're going to be right at number 5 when it comes to top 5 defenses in fantasy football for 2021. Also because of their offense. The offense and defense are going to complement each other. And in this particular defense, what's going to actually put them in the top 5 and top 10 and top 5 is they're actually going to get turnovers. So they're going to get turnovers to put their offense in better positions. So if you put your offense in a better position, the offense scores touchdowns, again, putting the other team behind. So you make the opposition's offense one-dimensional against the Dallas Cowboys defense. So they're going to be top 5 for sure. Next, we have the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, some would have them a little bit higher, and I do understand why. But I think they're going to take a little bit of step back this year because they're not going to surprise anybody. Again, they're the defending champs, so there's no surprise compared to last year. It was kind of like they were so until they kicked in gear when it came to the playoff time and later in the year. So, but one thing that keeps them in this top 5 is that they did in the playoffs is they gave you a blueprint for shutting down the top elite quarterback. Now you can say in the Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes was missing a couple of offensive linemen. Yes, he was, but they still showed you a blueprint on how to beat him. So that keeps them there because they're quick, they're fast, and they're hungry. These are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next, we have those Denver Broncos. A little bit surprised, some may say even a year or two too early, but I have them again coming in this top 5 because of they have 4 or 5 dogs that are on that defense. You're talking about Von Miller, you're talking about Chubb, you're talking about Kareem Jackson, Ronald Darby, and the new rookie Patrick Surtain. Now Surtain is not even listed as a starter in the corner, but you can bet he is going to get a lot of playing time, and he can do a pick 6 in a heartbeat. He can pick that ball off, and he has an excellent break on it. So look for the Broncos to make some noise. Again, they too have an offense that's going to complement them. With Teddy Bridgewater being now the starting quarterback, that puts them in a better situation. So look for the Broncos to do big things on defense in 2021. And next, coming in at number 1, we have the Washington football team. These guys are young and they are built to last. And when I say built to last, you got to look at those last 4 draft picks. They were all number 1 studs coming out of college, and they're still studs. You're talking about the number 1 overall pick for the Washington football team in 2017. That's Jonathan Allen. Right after that, they followed that up in 2018 with Deron Payne. Following that draft, they came in with Montez Sweat. And the 2020 draft, they chose Chase Young. So there are four top defensive linemen on the Washington football team. Then they came in this year, and with the number 1 pick for their team, they took Jamin Davis from Kentucky, the linebacker out of Kentucky, who was another dog. So that Washington defense was built to last. But I've seen this coming back in 2016 when the Cowboys, who was also in their division, took Ezekiel Elliott. So when they took Jonathan Allen that following year with that #1 pick, I knew they were building to stop Zeke. And Zeke has had a rough time against the Skins since that moment. He hasn't quite flourished like he normally does against other teams. So again, this team built to last. The only thing about it, offense has yet to complement them. So right now I have them coming in at #1, but they could also by the end of the season end up probably a little lower, maybe 5 or even, but they will still be top 10. But again, the Washington football team is built to last. And just to recap, again, we're talking about the Browns, the Cowboys, the Buccaneers, the Broncos, and the Washington football team. This is your top 5 fantasy football defensive teams for 2021. Again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share the video with your friends and family. Again, this is Brother Dub FFG, your host for the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. Till next time.